That answer was 95% accurate, but it wasn't Trevor. It was a prototype that I built in a weekend. This is Trevor. To his 924,000 subscribers on just one YouTube channel, he's the dog father. The guy who turned raw feeding from theory into a movement. But if you scroll through his comments, you'll see the problem. He gets thousands of questions, desperate pet owners seeking answers about what to feed their specific dog in their specific situation, and most of them, sadly, never get answered. Because one human can't scale to 1,000,000 questions, so I'm building a digital twin, an AI that doesn't just know dog nutrition, it knows Trevor's specific philosophy on it, his stance on kibble, his approach to supplements, his rules for puppies versus seniors. And yes, we're doing this with his full permission. But here's the problem. If this AI tells a viewer to feed their dog something dangerous or incorrect, the project is dead. That means that Trevor's decade of trust is completely gone. So the guardrails aren't a feature, they're the entire point of this experiment. And in this episode, I'm showing you the brain build, how I'm extracting Trevor's rules from 1,000 videos, building the I don't know safety system, and testing it against real viewer questions.
To follow safe food handling practices, just like you would for your own food. Healthy dogs can manage bacteria in raw meat, but risks like E. coli and Salmonella still exist.
In the following episode in the series, we're gonna swap in his actual face and voice, but first, we need to make sure that this is actually smart. Subscribe to the channel because I'm showing the entire build and journey for this project, so let's get into it. Before you run off, check out the next video where we go over Sprint 1 and we build out a backend for this AI avatar for the dog father. I'm sparring with Claude. So I'm using Whisperflow so that I don't have to type too much. But before I start the project, you can see that I ask it a lot of questions. I try to give it as much context as possible. Also try to find maybe open source ways in order to do this, to achieve this, and what tools to use in order to achieve this. This is a demo, but I know that that's not correct. We're gonna run into edge cases. We're gonna run into pitfalls. We have to get this into production, and people have to use it. So there's a lot that I need to think about, but the first and foremost thing I wanna think about is how do I just build this for myself locally on my machine before pushing it anywhere and making sure that it works. So I think that this project should take maybe 10 days, maybe even less. And the stack that I'm gonna be using, let me see if it's over here. Again, I'm saying that this is probably like 300 questions or FAQs. This is our starting point. I'm asking it, HeyGen is the digital twin visual. So it's gonna look like Trev, it's going to behave like Trev to some degree. And then when Trev speaks, we can't use HeyGen because the HeyGen technology isn't good for voice just yet. So we're actually going to be using ElevenLabs. I don't see it here though. We have HeyGen, oh, ElevenLabs right here, text to speech. And this is kind of how I envision it. I envision that somebody, a user, is gonna come to the site and ask a question, just ask a question, and then the AI avatar for Trev is going to answer that question. Doppelganger. Simple enough. So what I'm gonna do here is, and I've already put this up over here, I created an implementation guide. So this is all of the data. So this right here is my research. In research, we are gonna take care of porting everything over from this screen over here because this is where I want the project to live. So I basically asked Claude Code that I installed in the terminal here to just run through what you can read in one sitting because this has access to the entire internet. So for instance, and I don't know if can I do this? Yeah. So I'm saying try again. Okay, so I read the research. Now it's doing research on Supabase, which is the database that I want to use. OpenAI, ChatGPT, ElevenLabs, HeyGen, and it's doing this research. It asked me permission to search the web for this. So it's looking at documentation. These are API docs for HeyGen. And this blows my mind because as a developer, I used to have to literally read all the docs myself and then figure out what it means. So like this, like still to this day blows my mind. So I have it reading the HeyGen docs. I'm having it read the package for HeyGen because they have an SDK, and I'm having it read it. And of course, we're going to be using Next.js. So it's going over the best streaming practices. And then this is what's important. I'm going to ask it a couple of things, but most importantly, is that be extremely critical to the implementation guide to make sure that you understand every single part and also what gaps are missing in there as well. This is extremely important that we catch the gaps right now. So this is all of the software engineering prompting that a lot of people miss out on. What I found even working at JP Morgan Chase is that a lot of people don't know how to prompt. So if you don't know how to prompt, if you don't know how to give it context, the LLM context, you're not going to get a fantastic return. All right, so look, I'm already finding issues. Let me verify more critical details. So this is what I like to see. Detect dog breed from text NLP entity extraction, breed name recognition.